What if I told you that the shiny piece of plastic in your wallet, your credit card, could be the single biggest trap keeping millions of people stuck in debt cycles they can't escape? Today, on Profit Decode Global, we're breaking down the psychology behind credit cards, the hidden debt cycle, and how it silently controls your financial future. Credit cards were designed not just as a payment tool, but as a psychological weapon. Banks know that when you swipe, you don't feel the pain of spending cash. That disconnect between action and consequence is what fuels overspending. Here's how the cycle works. First, you're hit with temptation. Ads bombard you, promising amazing rewards, cashback, and points for every dollar you spend. It feels like you're getting something for free. Next is the ease of use. Swiping a card or tapping your phone feels completely painless compared to handing over physical cash. This makes it incredibly easy to spend more than you planned. Then comes the minimum payment trap. You get your bill and see that you only have to pay a small fraction. This feels manageable, but it's designed to keep you in debt for as long as possible. Finally, the interest spiral kicks in. With high interest rates, your balance starts to compound. Suddenly, small purchases can balloon into massive and manageable debt. This isn't just about finance, it's about psychology. The entire system is engineered to exploit natural human behavior, making it easy to fall into debt and incredibly hard to get out. Here's the shocking truth. In the United States alone, total credit card debt has now crossed a staggering $1 trillion. This means millions of people are paying more in interest than the actual cost of the purchases they originally made. Take Sarah, a young professional living in London. She started with a single credit card, intended only for emergencies. But soon, she found herself swiping it for dinners out with friends, new clothes, and even a few vacations. The minimum payments seemed so small and manageable each month. But within just 3 years, her debt had ballooned to over £15,000. As she looked at her statements, she had a horrifying realization. She had already paid more in interest than the entire cost of her trips. Sarah's mistake wasn't laziness, it was psychology. She believed making the minimum payments meant she was in control of her finances. In reality, it meant she had surrendered control to the banks. The debt cycle thrives on this powerful illusion. Here's the emotional punch. Credit card debt doesn't just drain your bank account, it drains your dreams. Families are forced to cancel long-awaited vacations, put off buying their first home, and even postpone having children, all because of the crushing stress of debt. In India, Raj used his credit card to help pay for his wedding expenses. The celebrations were grand and beautiful, but the debt lingered long after the guests went home. For 5 long years, he diligently paid the minimum amount due, thinking he was responsibly managing the debt. By the time he finally cleared the balance, he had paid nearly double the original amount, all because of compounding interest. Raj's story shows how important cultural milestones like weddings, festivals, and family celebrations can quickly become debt traps when financed with high-interest credit cards. His mistake was believing that the short-term joy was worth the long-term financial cost. So how do you break free from this hidden debt cycle? Let's decode the framework. First, track your spending. Use an app or a simple journal to see exactly where your money is going. Awareness is the first step to control. Second, pay more than the minimum. Always aim to pay the full balance if you can. If not, pay as much as you possibly can to cut down the principal and reduce interest charges. Third, limit your cards. The fewer cards you have, the fewer temptations you face. Fourth, understand your interest rates. Now your APR. If it's above 15%, you need to treat that debt like a financial emergency. Finally, and most importantly, shift your mindset. See credit cards for what they are, powerful tools, not sources of free money. Remember, the battle isn't just financial, it's psychological, and awareness is your most powerful weapon. Consider the story of Michael, a college graduate in the USA. He used credit cards to survive a period of unemployment. He figured once he landed a job, he'd quickly pay off the balance, but the interest piled up much faster than his salary increased. 10 years later, he was still paying for groceries he had eaten a decade ago. Michael's mistake was underestimating the silent power of compounding interest. Credit card debt grows quietly but relentlessly, often faster than most people's incomes. The lesson is clear. Debt you take on today becomes a heavy burden you carry tomorrow. Here's the devastating reality: credit card companies don't just profit from your spending, they profit from your suffering. The business model is designed so that the longer you stay in debt, the richer they become. You've now decoded the hidden debt cycle of credit cards. Knowledge is your best defense against these financial traps. If you found this information eye-opening, please share this video, because it's almost certain that someone you know is stuck in this very same trap right now. So let me ask you, have you ever felt trapped by credit card debt? Drop your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the wake-up call that saves someone else from making the same mistakes. This is Decode Global. Decode the mindset of money. And before you go, hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Why? Because every week we decode financial psychology and expose the hidden traps designed to take your money. By subscribing, you'll never miss an upload, you'll stay ahead of debt cycles, and you'll protect your wealth with knowledge. That's the power of staying connected. Thanks for watching.